Girl, this pre-med journey, it's been a ride. Okay, today I'm gonna sit down with y'all and tell y'all some of the lessons that I've learned in this journey, and I can't say that it's been a polished like TikTok or Instagram reel where it's like all aesthetic and stuff. No, girl, I can't tell you that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not gonna lie to you. But today we're gonna go ahead and go through some of the lessons that I've learned on my journey. I'm just gonna share that with y'all, hoping that either you learn from my story or that this video provides you with a little motivation to just keep going. Lesson number one. Come here. Your path does not look like everybody else's path. Comparison is the thief of joy. Just FYI. Listen, I have suffered, and the suffering is on me because I will compare myself to my peers, and me and my peers don't have the same life. We don't have the same life. Our purposes are not the same. Maybe they are aligned, but they are not the same because everybody has their own distinct purpose in life. And I sit and compare myself to people that have not lived or stepped into my shoes. I can't say that if anyone of my peers lived the life that I have lived, that they would even make it this far. And I'm sure they can say the same. So yes, your path isn't gonna look like your homegirl that's sitting next to you. Yes, your path isn't gonna look like the rich white boy from up the street that is, his daddy is a neurosurgeon. It's not gonna look like that. Okay? You may not have all the resources that other people have. Your path does not look like everybody's path. And that is one of the main things that will separate you from the bunch when it comes to applying for medical school or applying for pre-professional school, whatever that is. You need to tap into your story. You need to tap into your purposes, your gifts, your goals, and you need to focus on that. Focus on you, because I promise you, the story that you have should be told to millions. We need to see you make it through. We need to see you for you. Not you trying to be everybody else. Not you trying to be a cookie cutter applicant. We need to see you for you. So don't compare yourself to other people. And girl, I had to learn that the hard way. I was around here having, like anxiety attacks because I felt like I was not good enough. No, actually I am. In fact, I'm that good. Because I need to be confident in me. And not lose myself comparing myself to somebody else. Because they don't fit. My foot does not fit in their shoe, and it doesn't fit the other way around either. There are people that have gone straight into med school from undergrad, and then there's me, who has worked in primary care after graduation and then got into a master's program and now working in research. I am a completely different applicant than the person next to me. That is, it's just that simple. I can't compare myself to that person, and that person cannot compare themselves to me. Lesson number one. Maybe, I think the fourth lesson is the most important, but we're going to get into that. Lesson number two. Burnout is real. Oh my lord. Y'all, when people were saying that they were burning out, I never really grasped what that meant until I experienced burnout. If you don't know, burnout is the accumulation of both physical fatigue and mental fatigue. It actually feels like, one, your body is full of cortisol because you are experiencing physical fatigue. Two, you can't focus on anything. You don't want to do anything. The burnout to depression pipeline needs to be studied a little more, especially in black women. But burnout is real. And when it happens, you have to almost completely like reset your life in order to get parts of yourself back. There are times that I experienced burnout where burnout is also completely avoidable. It's avoidable if you do the rest, right? Get yourself some good sleep. Get yourself a healthy diet. Get your, physical things together. And then also take time to just sit. Get whatever mental rest that you need. I was so like keeping my head down, going straight, trying to block out everything that I literally walked myself directly into burnout. It is real. And it is hard to recover from if you don't do things the right way. Yeah, my body pretty much just said, no, you're actually not doing that. You think you're going to study? No, girl. You need to sit down. In fact, I'm going to sit you down. And I had to sit down. I had to oblige. Because if I didn't, I don't know, all of that cortisol, would I be here? And if you're in burnout right now, girl, it's okay. Take a minute, take a day, take 2. Your house a mess, that's fine. It's fine. Do one thing. You need to pick up your room, just go through, you don't even have to pick up everything and put it where it needs to be. Pick it up, organize it into a pile. Okay? Tomorrow, do the dishes. You are finding yourself not experiencing joy, do something that makes you joyful. You want to take a walk? Go do that. You like puppies? Go to the animal shelter. They let you play with the puppies for free. Do what makes you happy. Do whatever is going to kickstart you into being yourself again. Lesson number 3, community is everything. I can honestly say that if I did not have a good community backing me and helping me and taking care of me, I can't say that I would be in the position that I am in. I can't say that I would be able to do the things that I do, be able to recover from things if I did not have a community backing me. Now, that community could look different. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's your parents. It doesn't mean that it's your friends. It could be an online community. You want to make a community here, girl? Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. You want to join the community? Come on, let's do it. We'll do it. Sometimes it just looks like having someone that you can talk to. Now, my community fed me. Okay, I haven't had to worry about food. They've, paid bills when I couldn't. Love that. Okay, if y'all want to take over a couple more bills, feel free. If you want to do that full time, feel free. I'm not complaining. But they gave me encouragement. They've helped build and rebuild my confidence. They were my backbone when I felt like I was falling over. You can't get through this journey alone. You're gonna need somebody. There are days that I wanted to quit, and on those days I remembered how my grandmother called me Dr. Wade. There are days that I wanted to quit while I was up here in Nashville during my master's program, and there are people at the church that are calling me Dr. Wade. There are people that are looking forward to me being a doctor. There are people that are looking forward to seeing how my journey goes. And at the end of the day, I also deserve to see how it ends. I deserve to see how far I can get. I deserve to see how good it can get. But that had to be instilled in me from my community. So build your community. Don't be afraid. We can build an online community if you feel like you don't have anybody backing you. Let's do that. I don't know. What are we going to call it, y'all? What are we going to call it? Drop some names. Whatever y'all want to call an online community of pre-meds, we could do that. But, girl, whatever. Let's do that. I don't know what to call it though. The fourth lesson. And I said that this is probably one of the most important, and I think I'm going to stick beside that. The most important lesson is, as much as you think you are experiencing imposter syndrome, I'm assuring you, you are not. You are not. Because guess what? Imposter syndrome is you feeling like you don't belong, and I'm here to tell you, you absolutely do belong. You belong. In fact, you probably are outdoing your peers. How about that? How about that? I can't say stop feeling imposter syndrome, because I know we're human and it happens. You have your moments, but don't let those moments cloud your judgment. You are 10 times better than somebody that hasn't had to work for anything. Just remember that. You have worked for everything. You are 10 times better than somebody that has not worked for anything. Imposter syndrome is a lie. It is a liar. Don't let you feeling like you're an imposter and that you don't belong in the rooms that you walk in to cloud your purpose. If you didn't belong in a room that you walked into, God would not let you walk into the room. It's very simple. That door would not be open. When I signed on to work in the research lab that I currently work in, I felt like I was so wet behind the ears. Like I didn't know anything. In fact, I spent more time being confused and learning than I did doing anything like of productivity. Okay? It was a learning curve. I don't know what I thought walking into it, but I was not thinking that all the concepts that I learned in my biology classes, chemistry classes, biochemistry classes, I'm like, oh, those are great concepts. But my goal is always the human body. So when you're asking me to run a Western blot, I'm like, oh, people actually do this. Like this is actually a concept that I need to learn. I felt like, and everybody around me I felt like they were all experts, and I'm like, I don't know that I belong here. But I had to change my mindset, because I would not have been hired. That door would not have been open for me if I was not the person that needed to be there. And over a year later, we're doing great. I'm about to write a first author paper. I'm like on a co-author paper. We're doing great. And it's because, one, I did not let my feeling of not knowing or feeling like I was not good enough, I didn't let it cloud me. Because I absolutely am good enough. You are good enough. In fact, you're better than enough. They can't touch you. Let's be honest. They can't touch you because you are that good. And the second that you start believing that, you will actually see how good it can get. Sometimes you just need to be reminded of your progress. And I know that sounds weird, or it might sound like, how do I even do that? I want you to sit here and think about what you were doing a year ago. Are you doing better? Do you feel more confident in yourself? If not, you need to. You need to walk in your purpose, and you need to walk with your head up like you are who you are called to be. Because you are. You need to believe that in yourself. The head and not the tail. The beginning and not the end. Alright, so those were my 4 biggest lessons in my pre-med journey. I know I got a little deep for a second, and I mean, I've been doing that a lot more often. I really need to. I might need to tone it down a little bit. I might scare y'all off. I don't want to do that. But those were my 4 biggest lessons of my pre-med journey. Your path won't look like everybody else's. Burnout is real. Community matters. And imposter syndrome is a liar. And the truth is not in him. If any one of these lessons resonates with you, drop it in the comments. If you need that community, also drop that in the comments. And please give me some names. Like, I need to know what we're going to call this community. I can get it set up. Just let me know. Let me know what we're going to call it. Okay? Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will catch y'all later. Bye.